We use the liquid extract, which is totally natural, and the pharmaceutical company that is trying to bring out the other product, of course, it's been a few years, and as you can imagine, they're not getting too far. This is a natural product, and they're trying to make it into a drug and into an injected product. But we don't have to worry, because we find that by putting it sublingual, we're getting very good results. People are putting it under their tongue. And we had a lady, for example, in Canada in July 2017 that had a horrible tumor in the roof of her mouth. And we gave her the Hylandia and put her on the Budwig protocol. And you know what? Within less than a month, that tumor had totally disappeared from the top of her mouth. And she saved herself a horrible disfiguring operation. The Hylandia seems to cut off the cancerous blood supply. It seems to destroy the tumor fairly quickly, as well as activate the immune system. So it's a wonderful remedy, herbal remedy that we like to use as well and recommend to our patients. We also use, of course, homeopathy. There's all types, and Dr. Joanna Budwig was from Germany, and the Germans, of course, are the people that first started off with homeopathy in a large scale. We do a lot of spinal realignment. You see, it's very important. Our spinal column, every part of our body is represented in the spinal column, so it has to be well aligned. And we have certain equipment. This is a jade bed, we call it, where you just lie on there and special pure jade stones go up and down the back, gently lifting the body and readjusting the spinal column. We also have a German machine called the Matrix, which one of our therapists uses and goes up and down the backbone, the spinal column, and again, with some essential oils included, realigns and reactivates and wakes up the whole spinal column. It's so energy important because you see, if a person has a disc that's a bit out, this can block energy to the rest of the body. And by giving a spinal realignment, it helps reduce back and neck pain, headaches, arthritis and joint pain. It can also prevent scoliosis, helps with asthma and blood pressure. Another thing that Dr. Joanna Budwig was really a big fan of, and we encourage all our patients to do, is sunbathing. Now, of course, living in Spain, you can sunbathe almost all year round. We have 325 days of sunshine. But if you don't live in Spain, of course, you have to look for occasions, but you may have to take a vitamin D supplement. But if you do go outside and sunbathe, Dr. Budwig said no suntan lotion. These are full of horrible chemicals. You want to expose as much skin as possible. And if you want to protect yourself a little bit, shea butter is very good. For example, if you go fishing or skiing and you're going to spend a long time in the sun, you may want to use that as protection. But when we talk about sunbathing, we're talking something like 20 minutes a day. 10 minutes on the front, 10 minutes on the back. Other things that are very effective for detoxing is infrared sauna, and especially near, medium, and far infrared. And this is a system that we have in each of the rooms. And what we found is that infrared sauna is superior to the steam type sauna. It'll remove up to 20% more toxins and heavy metals. Cancers do not like heat, the cancer cells, so it weakens the cells, and it can even be done with people who are bedridden and weak. We also have whole body hypothermia at our clinic, as well as local hypothermia. And as I mentioned already, cancer does not like heat, and it's been shown that it's very effective even when people have had chemotherapy. If they do hyperthermia around the same time, it makes the chemotherapy even more effective. And clinical studies have shown that 86% of cancer patients that had tumors had some shrinkage. Another very effective therapy is the BioLife pyramids. Now, people have been fascinated with pyramids for thousands of years. And the one that we like is the one that you put over the bed so you get therapeutic benefit all night long while you're sleeping. And it's interesting to show you just how powerful these pyramids are. Swiss Air and other airlines used to fly over the pyramids, and they had to stop because they said it was distorting the instruments on their pilots' panels there, what they were reading, and so they had to fly around them. So there's a tremendous amount of energy that is created by the structure of the pyramid. Here's just a sample to show you. On the left, we see, using a Kirlian camera, a picture is taken of a person before doing the pyramid therapy, and then on the right is the difference afterwards. Notice how before that was very weak, there was even broken lines, but afterwards this magnetic energy, or what some call the aura, that extends from our body was greatly enhanced and strengthened after spending some time in the pyramid. Epsom salts baths are excellent as well, especially if you have liquid retention. It helps eliminate fluids trapped in the ankles, thighs, and knees, and it gives you magnesium. More than 325 enzymes in our body require magnesium, and this is a good, healthy way to get it. We already mentioned the different testing systems we have. We have what's called GSR, which is biocommunication test. We send this apparatus to people's homes that do our program, and they can put their hand on it. We give them a password, and through the internet we can do a full test. And of course at the clinic we do it in person, and we can test the major organs, the spine, the teeth, the tendons, hormones, parasites, viruses, harmful bacteria, and of course, as we already mentioned, negative emotional trauma. So this is part of the Budwig program. Also lymphatic drainage massages, these are encouraged. Aromatherapy and reflexology, this is excellent for people with cancer. We have some very effective herbs, as well as the BioLife pyramids are both very useful and helpful in pain management. Now, vitamin IVs. Some people ask if they can get vitamin C or multivitamin cocktail type IVs. Well, these are no doubt effective, but they should not be done at the same time that a person is consuming the flaxseed oil and cottage cheese. Neither should any artificial oxygen therapies be done at the same time. Now, even though these may be good therapies for certain things, apparently Dr. Budwig said they will nullify the benefits of the flaxseed oil and cottage cheese. So we encourage people to simply stop consuming the flaxseed oil and cottage cheese while they're doing these therapies and then resume afterwards. Of course, they could consume the flaxseed oil and cottage cheese perhaps once a day, early in the morning, and make sure a good 3 or 4 hours has passed before they have any vitamin C or multivitamin or oxygen therapies. Now, the World Cancer has reported that they predict that there's going to be even more cancer as time goes on. In fact, they predict that over the next 10 years, sad to say, cancer will double. And actually over the next 20 years, I should say, it's going to double. Now, with that in mind, we have to really be vigilant and put into practice all the recommendations of the Cancer Budwig program. Here's just some samples of people, a few people that have come from all walks of life, all different countries and cultures to do the Budwig program. And we have many, many success stories when people follow our program. But what we would like people to do is to consider the Budwig program as a preventative as well. Since cancer is going to double over the next 2 decades, we encourage people to eat the flaxseed oil and cottage cheese, if not twice a day, like a cancer patient, at least 2 or 3 times a week. And the cancer program of Dr. Budwig is also good for arthritis, heart attacks, irregular heartbeat, psoriasis, eczema, multiple sclerosis, diabetes, ulcers, prostate issues, all types of cancer, of course. So this is really a very good food and a very good program for everyone. Now, the Budwig Center is located in southern Spain, in Malaga, and we also have a collaborating clinic in Florida.